everyone, welcome to video lecture on transport phenomena. Myself Khushboo Shah, Assistant Professor in Chemical Engineering Department of LG Institute of Engineering and Technology. In our previous session, we have seen what the course transport phenomena is about, why we are studying the subject and what are the course outcomes. Now in today's session, we will start with the chapter number 1, which is Introduction to Transport Phenomena. Fine. So let's start chapter number 1, Introduction to Transport Phenomena. In that, the first topic is classification of transport processes. There are different types of transport processes. How we can classify that transport processes? That we will study in this topic. Basically, we can classify the transport processes in 3 ways. First is the momentum transport, second is the energy or heat transport, and third is mass transport. So these are the 3 classification of transport process: momentum transport, energy or heat transport, and mass transport. Let's see what is the meaning of all the 3 transport processes. First is the mass transport. Basically, momentum transport. Basically, momentum transport deals with the transport of momentum in fluids, and also it is known as fluid dynamics. I have already told you in our first session that this course is basically the combination of the 3 topics, that is fluid dynamics, heat transfer and mass transfer. And based on that we are classifying the transport processes. Fine. So momentum transport actually deals with the transport of momentum in fluids, and it is also known as fluid dynamics. So I can say that the momentum transport deals with fluid dynamics subject. Simply, momentum transport deals with subject fluid dynamics, or you can say fluid flow operation. Right? Second is energy or heat transport. Heat transport deals with the transport of different forms of energy in a system. Heat transport deals with the transport of different forms of energy in a system, and it is also known as heat transfer. So I can say that heat transport deals with the subject heat transfer. Fine. So heat transport or energy transport deals with the different forms of energy transport. We all know that heat or energy having different forms, and in this transport, in this type of transport, energy or heat transport, we will study all the forms of energy and how that forms of energy behaves in a transport phenomena. Fine. The third classification is mass transport. Mass transport deals with the transport of various chemical species themselves, and it is also known as mass transfer. So basically, mass transport deals with the subject mass transfer. So again, mass transport, in this mass transport topic, we will study the movement of different chemical species, or I can say different chemical components, how it behaves while it is transporting. And it is also known as mass transfer. Fine. So classification is actually based on the 3 different topics that covered in a subject transport phenomena: momentum transport, energy or heat transport, and mass transport. So this is the basic classification of transport processes. Now next is the 3 levels of transport phenomena. Remember this thing, that classification is different than the three levels. Classification is based on the transport processes, that is fluid dynamic, heat transfer and mass transfer. But the three levels is what? Three levels is, if for example, if we considering one system, then in a particular system, we are defining three different levels. Again I am repeating, what is the difference between that classification of transport process and the three levels of transport phenomena. Three levels is, if we are considering any one system, in that particular system, we are defining three different levels. Let's see what are that levels. The first level is macroscopic level. Second level is microscopic level, and the third level is molecular level. For any system or for any problem or for any particular problem, we are defining three levels: macroscopic, microscopic and molecular. We all know what is the meaning of this. Macroscopic, that means we are considering a particular system. Microscopic means when we are in that system, when we are considering a particular area. And molecular, that means when we are considering or when we are studying that particular problem at molecular level. I'll explain you in a particular figure. See here. First you will see macroscopic. Macroscopic, that means here we have taken one example of a vessel in which we are providing an agitator. You can see in the figure. That is, first is the macroscopic level, that means the whole system. When we are studying at macroscopic level, that means when we are studying the whole system. Second, you will see microscopic. See in the figure. See this arrow. This particular area, while we are considering this particular area for studying, then that area is known as microscopic level. Understood? And in that, third level is when we are considering a particular molecular behavior. Then in this particular area, this much of molecules are present. If it is a fluid, then in this particular area, this much of molecules of fluid are present. And that is known as the molecular level. I think from this figure, you will be very much clear. First is the whole system, which is macroscopic level. Second is a particular area we are considering for studying, that is the microscopic level. And in that we are particularly studying this much of area, and we are studying the behavior of the molecules in this particular area, that is the molecular level. So this is macroscopic, this is microscopic, and this is molecular. Right? So we can describe the transport of mass, energy, momentum and angular momentum at these three different levels. Studying that means we are considering the transport of all the three or four, that is mass, energy, momentum and angular momentum at three different levels. At first we will see macroscopic level. At macroscopic level, we write down a set of equations called macroscopic balances. At a macroscopic level, we write down a set of equations called macroscopic balances, which describe how mass, energy, momentum and angular momentum in the system change. Why it change? Because of introduction and removal of these entities via entering and leaving stream. We are writing down set of equation which is known as macroscopic balances, and it describes how these entities mass, energy, momentum and angular momentum in the system change. Why it change? Because of the removal of these entities, removal or introduction of these entities via entering and leaving stream. That is the macroscopic level. Second is the microscopic level. At microscopic level, we examine what is happening to a fluid mixture. And in macroscopic, we are considering whole system. Now we are taking some area, that is microscopic. So at microscopic level, we examine what is happening to the fluid mixture in a small region within the equipment. I said already earlier that microscopic, that means we are considering a particular area. That's why I will say that at microscopic level, we examine what is happening to a fluid mixture in a small region within the equipment. That is the microscopic level. And at microscopic level, we write down a set of equations called equation of change, which describes how mass, energy, momentum and angular momentum change within this small region. Here also we are writing the set of equation, and it is known as equation of change. And that equation of change describes how mass, energy, momentum and angular momentum change within that small region. And from this, we get information about velocity, temperature, pressure and concentration profile within the system. Right? Now the third, which is the molecular level. At molecular level, we seek a fundamental understanding of mechanisms of mass, energy, momentum and angular momentum transport in terms of molecular structure and intermolecular forces. Now we are studying the molecular level, and at molecular level we seek a fundamental understanding of the mechanism of mass, energy, momentum and angular momentum transport in terms of the molecular structure and intermolecular forces that occurs between the molecules. Right? At all the three levels, the conservation laws play a key role. So, when we studying these all levels, at that time the conservation laws are very important. And these conservation laws we will see in our next session. So, I am completing this lecture here. I hope this is clear to all. Thank you.